Let's now shift our attention to some coronavirus updates. The UK COVID-19 variant is travelling faster than expected. Proven to be about 56% more transmissible, the strain has shown up in more ways than one across dozens of nations. And now France has reported 2 active clusters and 19 confirmed cases of this mutant strain.
Nous voulons éviter à tout prix la diffusion de ce variant en France. À ce jour, nous avons identifié 19 cas en circulation sur le territoire national, dont 2 dans le cadre de clusters dits à risque, un en Île-de-France et un en Bretagne. Nous nous attendons clairement à en identifier davantage.
It is important to note that people who tested positive in a care home near Rennes, none of them had a recent travel history to the UK. The French ministry confirmed the presence of a mutant strain in the patients, but said that detailed reports are expected next week. This story is the same even in Bagna. A person working in 2 different schools tested positive for the mutant strain, but has no recent travel history or even contact with anybody who recently visited Britain. The situation is concerning and alarming. Health authorities say that the mutant virus is already circulating in France. And in wake of the rising cases and presence of a more transmissible strain, France has now decided to close its border with Britain. French Prime Minister Jean Castex made the announcement on Thursday.
Nous avons décidé le 20 décembre dernier de fermer les frontières avec le Royaume-Uni et cette mesure sera prolongée jusqu'à nouvel ordre. Seules certaines catégories de personnes très précises sont autorisées. Elles doivent obligatoirement présenter un test négatif réalisé sur le territoire britannique pour entrer sur notre territoire.
At the moment, France is making sure that all protocols are in place and that the summer of 2020 does not repeat itself this year. To ensure that, the French health minister said that not just Britain, but those travelling from South Africa to France also need to present a COVID-19 negative test report upon arrival.
Toute personne venant de Grande-Bretagne, mais également d'Afrique du Sud, doit présenter le résultat d'un test négatif datant de moins de 72 heures avant le départ s'il souhaite venir en France. Nous prenons la menace de ce variant anglais et la menace de ce variant sud-africain très au sérieux et nous prendrons toutes les mesures qui s'imposeront si ces variants devaient s'avérer diffusés sur le territoire national.
Officials say that testing will be intensified in France, especially the clusters, and that people reporting the mutant strain will be kept under strict isolation. Let's now shift our focus to Spain, which has reached the grim milestone of 2 million COVID-19 cases on Thursday, as cases continue to surge following the Christmas holidays. The milestone came as the health ministry announced 42,360 fresh cases across the last 48 hours or so, taking the overall figure to more than 2 million. Spain has also recorded some 245 deaths related to COVID-19 in the last 48 hours, raising the overall toll to well over 51,000. The incidence rate has also shot up, rising from 296 cases per 100,000 people to 321 as of now.
Y la evolución de los datos sigue siendo claramente ascendente, como ya comentábamos al principio de la semana, y el total de casos confirmados, notificados por las comunidades autónomas a través del sistema de vigilancia, supera ya hoy los 2 millones de casos. 2.024.904 casos que nos han notificado como confirmados al Ministerio de Sanidad. Esto supone...
Meanwhile, reports from seroprevalence studies, which test people using a blood serum sample, suggest that the actual number of cases could be far higher than the official figures being reported. In October, Spain became the first European country to record 1 million coronavirus infections, with Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez admitting just days later that the real number was 3 times higher. And in mid-December, a new seroprevalence study suggested that around 4.7 million people had been infected with the virus, which is nearly 10% of the country's population. The surge in infections has prompted most of Spain's 17 regions to impose new curbs on public life. However, the central government has continued to show reluctance for a new nationwide lockdown despite the spike in cases. Authorities have so far insisted that the restrictions put in place under its state of emergency are sufficient to contain the spread. Since June, the regions have taken responsibility for managing the pandemic, with the state of emergency granting them the legal rights to enforce a curfew and other restrictions as well. But it does not give them the power to impose a regional lockdown, which can only be done by the central government. Castile and Leon, one of the worst hit regions, had earlier urged the government to impose a brief lockdown in the area, but the request was gradually turned down.